YouTube? It's KK McFly. This is my first video like I've ever done, so just bear with me. But today in this video, what we're gonna be doing is making a sample out of just one VST. I'll only use one VST the entire video, and then we'll see kind of what I can come up with. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's gonna be a cool video. So I'll only use one VST. We'll go ahead and make a sample, and I'm gonna go ahead and change the BPM up here to we'll do about just like, let's do 132. We'll do about 132. The VST today in question will be the Poly 2106. It is a free plugin. One of my producer friends hit me up and told me it sounded really nice. So we downloaded it and we're gonna try it out today and see how it is. So well, let's do like a pad. We'll do a pad for now, and then we'll kind of see what's up. So I'm going to play around on the keyboard a little bit, and I'm going to kind of get an idea down, and then we'll record it in Edison, and then we'll kind of just build off of that. I'm going to try to keep this as raw as possible for you guys too, so you can kind of see my entire process. I will do a couple of cuts here and there just to kind of clean things up. So if you're already seeing some chops and stuff, there's that. But we'll go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Edison here. Let's get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and do a new recording session. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this back up. We're still gonna be using the same sound, and we're just gonna see if we can't find some chords or maybe some cool little lead sounds to add to this. So. We'll go ahead and just do a stab like that. I think that's kind of a cool thing to do right here. And then what we're gonna do is we're literally just gonna hold it the entire time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this, kind of give like a sample preview. Afterwards, I'll stem out each piece individually. This way there's stems. And then what we're going to do is after we stem it out, we're going to export the entire sample and then throw it back into FL Studio. And then we're going to try to flip it with a bunch of effects and see if we can't get something different. All right, so now it's exported. We're going to go ahead and make a new project. I'm going to go ahead and grab it from the desktop here. We're going to try to make another sample out of this, kind of get a 2-for-1 deal. So I'm just going to kind of experiment. You guys are kind of see me like, you know, fail, do whatever. But we're just gonna kind of see if we can't turn this sample into a completely different sample or something new. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse it and kind of see if anything kind of peeks at me here. So I'm gonna take this first part. I really like this part. Grab this little piece. I really like this noise, this little last half here, and then I also like this right here. So I'm just gonna get rid of this, and then we're gonna bring these two in here and kind of chop it around and see. think the sample sounds pretty cool now. It's nothing super crazy. It's definitely a lot darker and it sounds a lot different from the original. All right, guys, so I just opened a new FL Studio project. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring in both samples here, and then we'll kind of see what we started with and then what we ended up with. Here is the final second flip here. Now that these are both in here, what I'm gonna do is all I want for this first half right here is literally the first like 16 maybe even the first 24 bars. I just want to intro. Afterwards is going to be the flip, and this is where the drums and stuff will really play a role in. So this will pretty much be the entire intro, right? So you got the flip right here that's gonna start coming in, and then this kind of is like, oh, okay, what the fuck's going on? Then the hard drums come in, then you get the little nice, you know, high-end sound here, and then what we're gonna do is just completely close it off with this right here. So this will play for about this many bars, and then what we actually might do is, I know there's like a little pad, so it might end up doing this. Just adding a little bit of something. And then this right here can just kind of be like a little bit of a buildup. I think this structure right here will work out. And it's going to be a really short beat, because right now it's about like at 2 minutes or so. And I want this to really be like the focal point, like almost like the hook. So what we do is probably bring it right here. And then we'll just kind of fade it out with whatever this is. And then I think that's the entire beat as far as like structure wise. I'll just kind of mess around with drum sounds, and then we'll kind of just, you know, go from there. So yeah, now that I've got kind of the drum thing down, all I'm gonna do is pull up the mixer rack one more time, and what I'm gonna do is throw it all into the mixer. We're gonna kind of level it up, structure it, maybe add some like textures, add some effects, and then that'll be that, and then we will be done. I usually hate all my beats, and especially when I do them live on YouTube, but this one is kind of fire, so. Go ahead and add like a texture here. I feel like I don't want to add this because I feel like this is playing a little too much, but I think a nice little texture here would kind of give it like a little bit more movement without adding a whole lot. gonna go ahead and add this one too. Super, super, super quiet though. And then we might go ahead and just add this, but add it super quiet as well. This way it kind of gives it a little bit more movement as well. Alright guys, I think it is done. I think the beat is done. This one came out super, super, super cool. Way different than I kind of imagined it to be. When I first heard this, the flip, I really wanted to take it more in like a future style. But then I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna put my own style on it, and I'm really, 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 really happy with this beat. I'm gonna go ahead and play it for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is kind of new to me. I've never really made YouTube videos before or anything like that. So if there's anything you want to see from me specifically down below, be sure to leave a comment, as well as like what you think about this beat. I know the samples themselves weren't like super crazy, but if you guys want to see more in-depth videos, because I know this one's kind of like edited and kind of all around the place, I have a series that I started. It's called McFly Archives, and that's where I have unedited clips. They're usually about like an hour or like 45 minutes to an hour, and it just shows like my raw process and how I make samples and stuff like that. They are a lot better than the ones I just made in this video, I promise. But yeah, if you guys want to see like my actual process of how to make samples and stuff like that, you're more than welcome to watch those videos as well. But this is the first like true YouTube video, so thank you guys for watching. It really means a lot. All right guys, I'm gonna shut the hell up. I'm gonna play the beat. Thank you guys again for watching, and like I said, leave a comment, leave a like, share this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.